Mr. Clappett.
Howdy, Miss Jane. You're just in time to say goodbye to Granny and Ellie Mae.
Where are they going?
Well, Granny was called back home on doctor business, and Ellie Mae is going along.
Doctor business?
Yeah. You see, Luke Short's girl is having a baby, so naturally they sent for Granny to fetch it into the world.
She's going all the way back to the hills for that?
That's right.
Well, don't they have anyone back there?
Oh, sure, but Luke Short owns a general store, and he can afford the best for his daughter.
And that's Granny.
Ain't none better. Funny she ain't had no calls out here.
Well, Beverly Hills is full of obstetricians.
Set in their ways, huh?
Yes.
Dad, here's the... Oh, hello, Miss Jane.
Granny?
Here's the boiled eggs and the fried chicken to eat on the train.
I hope you enjoy your trip.
I'm a doctor, Miss Jane. To me, this is just a long house call. Hey, it's a good thing you're here, Miss Jane. Don't look like Jethro's gonna get back in time to take us to the train.
Well, Granny, it's 2 hours till train time.
Yeah, we ought to be at the depot right now. Tell Ellie to get a move on. I don't like to cut things as close.
Well, I'm sure you'll make it. But why are you going by train?
Oh, Luke Short sent me a ticket. And $5 expense money.
You're joking.
Oh, no. When it comes to Luke's daughters, he don't care what he spent.
Well, what about Ellie's ticket?
Oh, Jed's paying for that. Ellie ain't never rode a train before. It'll be a big thrill for her. Besides, she just might meet up with a good-looking drummer or a candy butcher. Come on in.
Howdy, Miss Jane.
Ellie?
Granny, how come I have to wear this scarf?
To keep the cinders and the soot out of your hair. You can tell she ain't never rode no train.
How long since you've ridden one?
1902. Rode the C&R Thunderbolt from Sibley to Bug Tussle. Covered that 18 miles in 1 hour flat. Broke the record. Jethro back yet?
No, but you got Brittany...
If we miss that train, he's gonna get spanked instead of the baby. Ellie, fetch my doctor's bag. It's in the kitchen.
Yes, Granny.
I'll see that they don't miss the train, but where is Jethro?
Well, he said he was going into town to get something for him and me. The boy is really looking forward to the two of us batching it.
Well, if I can be of any assistance.
Well, thank you kindly, but I was hoping to use the time to get better acquainted with Jethro. You know, hunting, fishing, camping out, man-to-man stuff.
I understand.
Jed! Jethro's back. Cut me a hickory switch.
Hold on, Granny. The boy's back in plenty of time.
It ain't that. Wait till you see what he brung with him.
Well, here it is, kitty cats. Is that a bachelor pad or is that a bachelor pad, huh?
Clay. Oh, meow.
See?
What in tarnation?
Why, those girls are from the Beverly Hills Kitty Cat Club.
You women wait inside. I'll tend to this.
Here, Uncle Jed. Come meet your kitty cats.
Is this the uncle with all the catnip?
No, ma'am. Just money.
Say, my kitty cats?
Well, these two is yours. This here big one is mine.
Jethro.
Well, I couldn't find another one this size. Won't you settle for the two regulars?
Girls, excuse us. Now, you take them girls right back where they come from.
I am. I just brung them by on approval. Couldn't have done that except for borrowed Mr. Drysdale's kitty cat club key. I figure that's where we'll start tonight. Then we'll go on out to the rabbit hutch and dance with a couple of cottontails. And then to the bear's den. They got teddy bears there. And then we'll go to the deer club. They call their girls fawns. And then we'll go...
And then no place.
Oh, yeah. That's enough for the first night. Boy, you've been saying the hunting was poor in Beverly Hills. There's plenty of game if you know where to look.
I can't wait any longer. All you girls clear out. On your feet. Jed, Ellie and me's gonna miss our train.
Now, calm down, Granny. Miss Jane, I wonder if you drive these kitty cats back to their club?
Of course. The red convertible.
Scout.
Tell Mr. Drysdale we won't be needing his keys.
Oh, yes, we will, Uncle Jed. Without the keys, we won't be able to get into any of the clubs.
Get into some decent clothes. You and me is going home with Granny and Ellie Mae.
Home? You mean the hills?
That's right.
All four of you are going?
Yep.
Well, why can't we stay here, Uncle Jed?
Because you're too young to chase cats and I'm too old to chase you.
Oh, gee.
Here's Granny's doctor bag, Pa. Can we leave now?
We's all leaving, Ellie.
Well, then come on, because we're going to be late.
Oh, come on, Uncle Jed. Change your mind. Listen to reason. We can have a swinging time here.
But who's going to look after my critters?
Don't you think you should talk to Mr. Drysdale before you make a decision?
Hey, Uncle Jed, we can stay. We can stay.
Hey, we've got to get back to the club.
You stay out of this.
Here you are, Chief. Here are your keys to the kitty cats, cottontails, teddy bears, and fawns. And I think you should know they have unlocked a Pandora's box of trouble.
Oh, now, relax. I only loaned them to Jethro so he and his Uncle Jed wouldn't get bored and follow Granny and Ellie back to the hills.
Well, you have succeeded. They are not following them.
Good.
They're going with them.
All four of them? The whole family?
Correct?
We may never see them again. Oh, their money. That $50 million may end up in the bank of Bug Tussle. Why did you let them go?
Well, how could I stop them?
Throw yourself in front of the truck. Say, well, you've got hospitalization. Granny's the key. Stop her, and we stop them all.
Granny has been called home in her capacity as a doctor. Only a similar emergency would keep her here.
There, you see, if you'd have thrown yourself in front of the truck, we'd be all set. No cooperation.
Chief, she's going home to deliver a baby.
Then we'll have to come up with one. See if any of the bank employees are expecting.
Well, if they were, they'd already have a doctor.
On what I'm paying them, don't be too sure.
Really?
Now, you talk with some of those budget-minded young marrieds. Tell them they'll have free maternity care and a $10 bonus.
You are raving. In the first place, there isn't time. In the second place...
The Brewsters.
What?
I just remembered. The Brewsters are going to have a baby.
Well, they're adopting one.
Well, Granny doesn't have to know that. Not for a while, anyway. Where are the Clanford's?
Probably on the train by now.
Well, I've got to stop them.
How?
The engineer will stop if he sees a body lying across the tracks.
Chief, no, it's too dangerous.
Oh, don't be silly. I'll be standing there waving my hat and pointing to you. Oh, I'm so glad we caught you. I want the Brewsters to have the best doctor in the business.
They got her.
And they got you to thank for stopping that train.
Bravest thing I ever did hear tell of. Engineer said somebody laid right down on the tracks.
I reckon that's Mr. Drysdale.
Oh, please, let's not talk about it.
That sure must have been something to say.
Just watching it scared Miss Jane. But she's still sitting in the car, white as a sheet and shaking like a leaf.
You know women.
Well, we's almighty happy to hear that the Brewster's expecting a young'un.
And you and Miss Jane can take me right over to see him.
Oh, she doesn't know yet that I was able to get you. I'll tell them the good news.
Well, you tell Mr. Brewster not to worry. I ain't lost a father yet. That's a joke us doctors always use at a time like this.
Very funny, too. But you get unpacked, and I'll contact the Brewsters.
Chief, Mr. and Mrs. Brewster are here.
Hello, Melbourne. John, Edith, congratulations. I heard about the baby.
Oh, thank you.
Come on over and sit down, little mother.
Mr. Drysdale, we're adopting the baby.
Yes, I know. Sit down. Oh, I've got some marvelous news for you. You too, John. Sit down.
All right, Melbourne. Well, what is it?
I have solved your biggest problem for you.
Really? What's that?
Yes, I've gotten you a baby nurse.
Oh, Chief.
I would like this door and your mouth kept closed.
Melbourne, that's very nice of you, but we're not going to have a baby nurse.
What?
Now, Edith wants to take care of the baby herself.
Oh, yes, I'm really looking forward to it.
But this is my gift to you, my surprise gift. Oh, Granny will be awfully disappointed.
Granny?
That's the surprise part.
You don't mean Granny Clampett.
The little hillbilly woman?
What makes you think she's a hillbilly?
I was the one who found the Clampetts, remember? They were living in a shack so far back in the woods that Granny had to make her own soap out of lye and possum fat.
John, since then, they have spent 4 years living in a mansion in Beverly Hills.
That's enough possum fat, Ellie. But you might dump in a little more lye. That's enough. Soap has to be mild for baby skin.
Granny, how soon you going to the Brewsters?
Don't know, boy. Whenever I get my call, I've delivered babies all hours of the day and night. That's part of being a doctor.
Well, how long you figure to stay?
Don't know that neither. This being Miss Brewster's first young'un might take a spell. Aw, worried about me being gone, are you?
Yes, ma'am. If you come back too soon, you'll spoil everything. I'm gonna turn this place into one of them key clubs with them pretty girls running around in costumes.
All right, Jethro.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna call it the Possum Pen. My possums is gonna make them kitty cats look like a bunch of hound dogs.
Can I be one of your possums?
Well, maybe. I'll see.
That's what you're planning to do. I ain't leaving this house.
Granny, you're too old to be a possum.
I'll possum you.
Don't get riled, Granny. We'll see how you look in one of them costumes.
Why?
Howdy, Mr. Brewster.
Jed?
Congratulations. Mr. Drysdale told us about the new boarder that's a-coming.
Well, thank you, Mr. Clampett.
You must be a happy man. Where's Miss Brewster?
Oh, she's at home getting the nursery ready.
Well, you tell her not to bother about a cradle. The minute we heard the good news, I dug this one up. Been in the family a lot of years. Last baby to use it was Jethro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the reason I'm putting in some more slats. So Jethro gnawed right through a couple of them.
The baby did this?
Funny thing about Jethro, he was born with a full set of teeth, just like a beaver.
That's incredible.
Jethro went to eating right off. Since he was 3 months old, he sat at the table and matched a grown-up's jowl for jowl.
Well, Edith and I appreciate your interest in the baby, Mr. Clampett, and Mr. Drysdale told us how he has Granny all lined up.
Oh, yeah, she's looking forward to it. She's out back right now making baby soap.
Yes. Yes, well, you thank her for us, but...
Now, it's us that's beholden to you. We was poor as folks could get till you bought our oil.
Well...
Why, till you come along, we was living mostly on pawpaws and high wind.
Well, getting back to Granny helping with the baby, you tell her that Edith has decided to do it all herself.
What didn't you say?
No, she wants it that way.
I heard about that back in the hills, but ain't that kind of unusual for a city woman?
Yes, it is, and I'm very proud of her. Well,
Oh, Mr. Brewster, I gotta admit, your wife's mighty spunky, but this being her first young'un, hadn't she better have Granny around?
well, let's let Edith try it her way. She's been reading books, attending classes and lectures, and...
Well, that's all well and good, but I'd have her talk to Granny. You can't beat 50, 60 years of experience.
No. Well, I'll pass that along to Edith.
Oh, by the way, when is the young one due to arrive?
Well, we don't know yet. We're waiting for somebody to tell us.
Have you seen that? Is that Mr. Brewster driving away?
Yep.
How soon are they going to need my help?
They need it right now, but they don't want it.
Don't want it. Do you mean that Mr. Drysdale pulled us off that train for nothing?
Now, hold on, Granny. It wasn't his fault. Miss Brewster got it into her head that she's going to have this baby all by herself.
That little pampered city woman.
Yeah, she's been reading books and such, and she figures she can handle it.
When's it due?
They're waiting for somebody to tell them.
I better get over there and see her right away. Where's Jeff?
He went flying out here on the truck a little while ago.
That's suet brain. I'm gonna smoke his haunches till he can sit in the tub and heat his own bathwater. Now, mark my words, Jed. He's chasing after them kitty cats again.
I don't think he can without a key.
Dear sir, this is to advise you that on...
Excuse me, Mr. Drysdale. Here's your key back.
Well, why don't you keep it, Jethro?
Oh, I don't need it. I'm opening up my own club, the Possum Pen.
What?
Jethro.
I'm going around collecting the most beautiful girls in town. Can I borrow Miss Jane?
Oh, Jethro, why would you want me?
To drive your car. My truck's full. Well, then could you do me another favor? Here, kitty cats. Reckon you can change these kitty costumes into possums?
No, thank you.
Are you serious about this?
I sure am. And I told the girls I'd double their pay. Yeah.
You can't do that.
Who says he can't?
She does.
Chief, sure you're not afraid of a girl?
Of course not. Come on, either one of you.
Sorry, Mr. Drysdale. I don't want nothing to happen to my kitty cats. I mean, possums.
You mean chickens?
John, can't we just drive around till we pick up the baby? I've never been so nervous in my life.
Now, darling, be calm. Millions of people have adopted babies.
Oh, it's not that. It's stopping here at the Clampets that's got me terrified.
Sweetheart, we've been here before.
That's why I'm terrified. Every time we've come through those gates, it's ended up a nightmare.
Well, this time they're not going to impound us overnight. We've got a perfect excuse for leaving. We're picking up our baby at 3 o'clock.
John, I've got an idea. Let's go straight to the adoption agency. Then you can pace the floor till 3. In fact, I'll pace with you.
Try to understand, my company leases its biggest oil field from the Clampets. Besides, they're wonderful, kind, well-meaning people.
Well, all right. Now, they do understand that I'm not going to have a baby nurse.
Yes, I've explained everything to Mr. Clampett. Just let Granny think she's giving you some advice. It'll make her happy, huh? Come on.
Hey, that looks dandy. Pink and blue, huh?
Well, we don't know whether it's going to be a girl or a boy.
This way we can just untie the collar. It ain't.
Well, speaking of the proud parents-to-be, come in, come
Thank
in.
you, Mr. Clampett.
I'm happy to see you.
Well, thank you, Granny.
Congratulations.
Ellie Mae.
We got your cradle all ready for you.
Cradle.
Yes, dear, this fine old cradle has been in the Clampett family for years. They're going to let us use it.
Jethro was the last baby in it.
This here was his rattle.
Hey, this was the cowbell we used to tie around his neck so he wouldn't get lost.
When Jethro was a baby, he used to crawl off into the woods a lot, looking for food.
Well, Jethro was born with a full set of teeth, dear, just like a beaver. Well, I will just take this cradle out and put it in the car.
I'll give you a hand.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Ellie, you go outside with the men folks. I want to have a little talk with Miss Brewster.
Yes, Granny.
Edith, Jed tells me that according to your husband, you want to take care of everything yourself when the baby comes.
Oh, yes, I do. I've been reading books and going to classes and lectures, and I feel I'm ready for John Jr.
John Jr. Want a boy, huh?
Well, it's what John wants, so that's what we decided on.
You decided?
Yes, we're going to pick him up at 3 o'clock.
Pick him up?
At the Beverly Hills baby service.
The Beverly Hills baby service?
Yes, I thought you knew all about this.
Honey, it ain't me that don't know. Why don't you take your coat off and be comfortable? You and me got a lot to talk about.
I don't really have much time.
Darling, do you know what we forgot? The baby basket.
You're right, we did.
Baby basket?
Yes, to put our boy in. We're going to go get him at 3 o'clock.
Uh-huh. From that Beverly Hills baby service.
That's right.
Oh, John, I'm so excited. I can't believe the big moment is almost here.
I know just how you feel, sweetheart. We waited a long time for this day.
Oh, yes.
Well, come on, let's get the basket and go pick up the baby.
Oh, I hope we won't have to stand in line.
Oh, we won't. All we have to do is give him the money.
Hold it.
Oh? Didn't you finish your advice to Edith?
Didn't even get started. Both of you better sit down.
We haven't time for that now, Granny.
No, we'll stop on our way home and show you John Jr.
Bye.
Goodbye, Granny. Goodbye, Miss
Oh,
Clampett.
see you later.
So long.
Where are they going in such a hurry?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
They're going to a baby store to buy a baby.
You're right, I don't believe you.
Jed, it beats anything I ever heard. How folks can get to be their age and still be green as grass.
You ought to try to straighten them out?
Don't worry, they'll be back with a broken heart. Then is when they's gonna need us.
Paul, Jethro's back, and wait till you see what he's got with him this time.
What in tarnation?
Uncle Jed, I couldn't find no possum outfits, but we can still have a key club. We'll call it the Haunted House, and these girls will be spooks. Granny, you were supposed to be over at the Brewsters. We can't have a swinging key club with you around.
Jed, you'll have to take care of this. I gotta figure out some way to help them poor Brewsters. Come on, Ellie. I got a notion stirring.
What do you think, Uncle Jed? You ain't saying nothing.
That ain't easy.
The whole thing was Miss Jane's idea. She rounded up the girls and everything. Woo! She's my head spook.
I contrived this notion to keep an eye on the dear boy.
Miss Jane, can I see what the girls look like now without their shades on?
Of course. All right, girls, take them off.
All right, that's enough. Put them back on. Everybody back in the truck.
All right, Ellie, come on, fetch it in.
Granny, I just seen the Brewsters come through the gate.
Good, we got it just in time. Come on, Ellie.
You got what?
It's a baby for the Brewsters.
You got a what?
Jed, they's all built up to hear the patter of little feet in that nursery.
Well, Granny says they got to have something to love and fuss over.
At least until I can explain a few things to them.
And you got him a baby?
Well, not exactly, but it's as close as we could come. I'm cute.
Well, yeah, he's cute, all right, but I don't hardly think they're going to be satisfied with this.
Well, it's better than coming home with an empty basket.
Granny. Yeah, we's in the kitchen, Mr. Brewster.
Cheer up, folks. We got you something to put in your basket.
Here it is. Don't let him near the baby.
Baby.
My doggies, they did get a baby. Look at that.
That's John Jr.
Oh, isn't he beautiful?
Handsome, dear. Handsome, not beautiful.
And you got him at the Beverly Hills baby service?
That's right. And we've got our order in for 3 more.
Well, we wanted you to have the first look. Come on, dear.
I'll see you to the door.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be back later for that advice, Granny.
Forget it, honey. Just let me borrow some of them books you've been reading.
What books, Granny?
I don't know. But as soon as I read them, you and me's gonna have a long talk.
Well, we done had a long talk.
I know. But it appears things have moved ahead considerable since my day.